Are you a good spork? Are you a good sport?
Am I a good spork? Good sport. No.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I get confused about that myself sometimes.
Is Tim short for anything?
Timoteo.
Is Schafer short for hard to spell?
In the third grade, some kids on the playground called me Tim Shave Your Butt, so I guess it's short for that.
If I jumped into your mind, what would I see?
It would probably be very dark in there. And squishy.
Do you want to see what's in my brain?
If you feel okay about that.
Yeah. Can you tell me where I left my keys?
I hope you didn't leave them in your brain, because that would interfere with a lot of your thoughts. Mauve.
I didn't even ask
burnt
the question.
magenta. Burnt magenta.
I was going to ask, what's the color of the sky in your world?
Oh, metallic burgundy.
Do you ever just wish you had Notch help you make Psychonauts 2?
Nope.
What's the secret to your famous chili?
Cilantro. Fights gas.
Is that the reason?
Yeah.
What did Inside Out get wrong about the human brain?
Not enough collectibles.
Who's the most fascinating person you've ever met?
You are, sir.
Are nose hairs considered facial hair?
Well, no. Yes. In fact, my whole beard is just outgrowing out of my nostrils.
Can you settle a bet? How do you put your pants on in the morning?
Over my head.
Somebody owes me money. We hear there's a lot of bad ideas in Psychonauts 2. Is that true?
Yes, I had so many bad ideas I had to make a game about it.
I was actually talking about the new enemy type.
Set me up, you son of a bitch.
What do you think you would do if you weren't making games?
Playing games?
Do you guys touch on any serious themes in Psychonauts 2?
We try not to touch anything in this quarantine time.
Do you give new hires anything to put on their desks when they start?
I didn't start this, but one of our team members found a picture of me and put it on the new person's desk, and they pass it to everybody.
Do you think humor is important in games?
No.
I'm still thinking about that photo.
It's from the Kickstarter campaign. No, it's from the FIG campaign for Rock Band PC. A lot of fuzzy memories there.
We heard that the first office you guys had at Double Fine was a haunted clog shop. Did you actually see any clog ghosts?
Only in the basement. They were very loud because of the clogs.
How many open worlds does this game have?
Let's say like 220, 221, whatever it takes. No, that's a Mr. Mom joke. I can't make a Mr. Mom joke.
And how many times have you seen Mr. Mom?
About 220, 221 times, whatever it takes.
Why is writing so hard?
Writing's easy. Anyone can write.
It's just like motivation that's hard?
No, spelling is the hard part.
What's the hardest you've ever seen Ron Gilbert laugh?
I once saw Ron Gilbert laugh so hard that he actually smiled slightly.
Whose idea... Okay, hold on.
Mine.
Whose idea was the real world look in Grim Fandango? That was so messed up.
That was probably our art director, Pete Sickle.
Was it like one and done? You were like, yes, that's the look I want?
It was an old optical illusion where if you cut the eyes and mouth out of someone and flip them upside down, they makes them look like a monster.
So how do you like me now?
Oh, God. Yeah, see? On you, it actually looks pretty good.
Can you sing the Double Fine song for us?
It's time to get in line. Come on down. It's Double Fine time. Sit back, relax, and wind. This project updates will blow your mind. So be a trooper, not a super pooper. That's wrong. Snap out of your stupor and let's get super. Super Double Fine mini time.
Was there a joke you put into a game that was just placeholder and then people seemed to like it?
Look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
What's one thing you never step foot outside wearing, and why are you wearing it now?
Pajamas? Same reason as everybody else.
Was it hard to convince Jack Black to be in your games?
I told him this one joke that, Eddie Riggs is not if Jack Black and Glenn Danzig had a baby, but if they just made out for a little while.
Where did you meet him?
Vandy set it up, and I went down there with my big binder, 3-ring binder full of concept art, and we sat there on the top of the Four Cities. There's no one else there. The place was closed, and he flipped through this whole binder of concept art. He was like, yes, metal.
Can you spell telekinesis?
TELEKENISISSISSISSI.
How many backer rewards is Microsoft getting for this project?
They're getting the amazing, amazing game Psychonauts 2 and the pleasure of my company at so many meetings.
Is that your real hand?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Are you still friends with Cookie Monster?
We haven't talked in a long time, but I like to think that Cookie and I are still really close emotionally.
Now be honest, did you ever see him eat a cracker?
I can't talk about the time we shared.
How did you decide where to put the umlaut in Brütal Legend?
Based on what keystroke I could remember on the keyboard, and Alt 129 is the one I could remember.
So it's actually pronounced Brütal Legend?
It's actually pronounced Brütal Legend!
How do you feel about changing the face of Kickstarter?
Oh, please.
What's Jack Black really like?
You want to know his height?
Yeah, what's he really like?
He's like a collection of Jack Black-ish qualities.
Yeah, but what's he really like?
I mean, really? He's just a big old softy, super nice guy.
Did you ever consider calling that remaster Tim Fandango?
We did consider Grim Fanshango.
Did you actually consider that then?
Grim Falango? That sounds dirty no matter what you do to it.
What about Day of the Timtacle?
Wow, you should be in marketing. These are really, really great ideas.
If you could remaster any one LucasArts game that you didn't work on, though, what would you go with?
Sam Max hit the road.
If you had all the rights in the world and all of Microsoft's backing, would you make a Grim Fandango 2?
No, you don't need a sequel.
What was the best part about selling out to Microsoft?
The way the money felt when I spend it.
Did Epic Games ever threaten to sue you over the name of your internal game jam?
Let's just say I don't comment on pending litigation. We're suing them.
But do you regret not taking the time during Amnesia Fortnite to create Fortnite?
A lot of us were like, hey, do you guys want to make Fortnite? We're like, nah, not that. No, let's not make Fortnite. And so we decided not to, but it was mostly because we were tired.
But you guys created Amnesia, right? I forget.
Also, we forgot to do it. You're right. That would have been a better joke. Come on.
Who do you think is the funniest person in the games industry?
Other than Ben and I, the funniest people in games are like Eric Wolpaw. I think is pretty funny.
Hey, do you have any gum?
I think I do in my desk, but it's really old and it's from an airplane trip. No, but I have some dental floss.
Perfect. Can I have a piece?
How much do you want?
You have a cuckoo clock. There it is.
No, I don't.
Why do you think nobody else could make anything as good as Happy Action Theater on the Kinect?
There's some good games on the Kinect, but Happy Action Theater was the best game on the Kinect.
Hey, do you remember this?
Try opening that.
That was really weird. Is that? Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Did you hear that? Yes. This is where the power went out. Is that what you're?
Yeah, we just thought it was a funny moment. Did that little girl survive?
Yeah, she's the one that stole my gum.
Canonically, what is the date of Day of the Tentacle?
Can't answer that because in the fantasy world of Day of the Tentacle, we don't use the same calendar as we do here on Earth.
Is that true?
No.
Can you and I create a secret handshake that nobody else will know?
Yeah, let's do it under the camera though here.
Let's do it.
Bye.
Do you think Kovid will inspire any great art?
I think it'll create a lot of great works of jigsaw puzzle solving and knitting.
Does that two-headed creature on your logo have a name?
It's two-headed baby.
Is it single?
Why are you asking? It's a baby, Ben.
Oh.
It's a baby. That's
I
inappropriate.
thought that was his name.
All babies are single.
What's the funniest or saddest thing you've seen in somebody's house during a Zoom meeting?
I can't think of anything.
What's the most insightful thing Phil Spencer's ever said to you?
You're gonna get me fired. That's why you're gonna get me fired with this question.
Hey, you're funny. What's a funny question I should ask?
What's your favorite funny word?
I'm starting a development studio called Triple Fine. Does that really piss you off?
No, someone's got to take the torch.
What's your favorite funny word?
Lugubrious.
Is that the question you asked me?
What's your favorite funny word?
Did you ever walk past George Lucas in the hall and think, I could take that guy?
No, he has a lot of robot friends.
How many Rubik's Cubes do you own?
20.
What's your favorite one?
These are my 4 favorites.
Don't worry, they're not listening.
Oh, then this one.
Do you think you'll ever make Brütal Legends 2?
I would only make Brütal Legend 2 to put double the amount of RTS elements in it.
Do you ever think about putting Jack Black and Jack White in the same game?
I think it would save a lot of money on a palette.
What's the wildest idea that didn't make it into Psychonauts 2?
Fishing.
Yeah, Raz is afraid of water, so. Do you still have that little ping pong ball that Ed Freeze gave to you?
Yes, except I couldn't find it last time I went in the office, so I might have lost it. I had it until recently.
When does Psychonauts 2 take place?
3 days after Psychonauts 1.
It's not supposed to be a trick question.
I was trying to think of a trick.
Does it take place during the 80s, though?
We think of it as taking place in the 80s, but not necessarily the 80s. In case we need a piece of technology that we're stealing from the 90s.
Do you have to play Rhombus of Ruin to understand what's going on in Psychonauts 2?
No, we're making a little video.
Do you think you'll make a VR game again?
What's VR?
How many brains are in Psychonauts 2?
Hundreds.
And how many brains did it take to make Psychonauts 2?
72.
How many brains does an octopus have?
They have 1 in each tentacle.
Is it true that you're a trained clinical anesthesiologist?
I have put a lot of people to sleep.
Does Raz have all of the same powers in Psychonauts 2 that he had in Psychonauts 1?
It's all the ones you remember.
If you could only have one Psychonauts power, what would you pick?
I'm thinking it right now. Can you tell?
Yes, and I found my keys.
Callback. Wow, look, that's advanced. See, that's why you're the funniest guy in the games industry.
Should my wife and I have kids?
Yeah, we need people to buy games.
You don't work on a lot of sequels. Why is that?
I get bored easily and move on.
In Psychonauts 2, how does mental connection work?
Raz can connect thoughts in people's brains, and it's very convenient for getting around.
Do you think we're having a bit of a mental connection right here?
What I feel is not a connection of the brains, but a connection of the hearts, Ben.
I feel it too. If you could unlink two things in your brain, what would they be?
Eating from my stomach. Is that a part of the brain, the stomach?
What's your favorite addition to Psychonauts 2?
There's a lot of new fun characters in the game.
Is there crafting in this game or just crafty puns?
There is craft services.
What do you guys spend time thinking of first, like clever game mechanics or stupid puns?
Yeah, I walk in the programmer's office and I say, hey, I came up with this pun. Could you make a game mechanic about this?
When game developers say that like the environment is a real character in their game, that's just total BS, right?
Yeah, our environment's not a separate character because then we'd have to pay the SAG-AFTRA dues for him.
Why is Raz afraid of water?
His family was cursed to all die in water.
So is it a problem for him to drink it?
If he drinks too much, he'll drown.
Which characters return from the old game?
Raz, Sasha, Mia, Coach Oleander, Lily.
Will Norman Bates be returning for this game?
Norman Bates was in Psycho. I get it. Now I get it, what you did.
Do you ever go back and replay your old games?
Yeah, like when we started Psychonauts 2, I was like, what was the first game about?
What's the worst thing your older sister ever did to you?
Kill my pet turtle.
Where did you get the name for Double Fine?
From a sign on the Golden Gate Bridge that says slow to 45 miles per hour, Double Fine Zone.
But what if that sign had just said dead end ahead?
I mean, that's a pretty good name for a company, I think.
Who is Maligula?
Maligula is a powerful psychic and known mass murderer who someone is trying to raise from the dead in Psychonauts 2.
What's your favorite new enemy in the game?
I like the bad ideas because they're easy to make.
What are intern credits?
In the game, when you rank up, you get intern credits, which you can use to upgrade your psychic powers.
Who are the Psychic Six?
The Psychic Six are the founders of the Psychonauts.
Do you think the industry has a real problem with crunch and munch?
We don't allow crunch and munch in our company. We don't think it's an efficient way to make games. It's really sticky, gets all over your keyboard. What's that?
My crunching is probably in the mic now. Are you ready to be sick and tired of fans asking you for a Psychonauts 3?
It'll stop them from asking about Brütal Legend 2, so that'll be refreshing.
Hey friends, Alex Stadnick from GI here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're excited for more from Raz & Company, be sure to like, share, and subscribe as we'll be releasing even more Psychonauts 2 coverage as the month goes on.